Miss McClatchley.
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Take up a letter, Miss McClatchley.
Certainly, sir.
What's today's date, Miss McClatchley?
The 21st of February, sir.
Yes. Right at the top of it, today's date. 21st of February, 1919. From Archibald Irwin, CEO of the Cripples Institute, to Mr. William Gibson, Belfast agent of the... dear me, Miss McClatchy, what is the name of my dear friend William's company?
The Abstainers and General Insurance Company, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. The Abstainers and General Insurance Company. That's right. Dear William, it has been quite some time now since yourself and the Reverend Smith, minister of Great Victoria Street Presbyterian Church, asked me to take up my duty as General Secretary of the Cripples Institute. Mary, when was that exactly when they asked me to take up office?
I believe it was June 1913, Archie. Mr. Irwin.
Of course it was, yes. Stick that down, yes. Whew, that's almost 6 years ago.
Aye, and tumultuous times it was now, wasn't it?
Yes, the war. Quite. So continuing, so, William, it has been quite some time since we last corresponded, and you have asked me to provide you with some thoughts on my time here to assist you in your forthcoming appeal for funding for your church for the work of the Cripples Institute. I am very happy to oblige, and I will provide you with 2 separate accounts of how we have been helped in the past. One evening, I was working very late into the night when I heard from the door a very timid knock, and investigating, I saw a very small girl, about 8 years old, with a purplish shawl wrapped around her face, looking up at me with frightened eyes. And I said, "What do you want?"
Please, sir, I don't want nothing, sir.
Well, then why are you here?
Well, sir, I'm here to see you, sir. My mother said I was to come and give you my money.
Oh, that's not the usual purpose of a visit to the Institute, is it? To give me something?
Sir, aren't you the man that spoke to Mother's meeting in the Fell Street Mission Hall on Monday night, sir? And aren't you the man that said he was going to help wipe a debt of the Cripples Palace?
Yes, well, I'm going to try to help at the very least.
Well, then my mother said I was to come down here and give you my money.
And how much are you going to give me?
All I have, sir.
And out of a very black wee hand, she produced 1 halfpenny. I put it down on my desk, and she turned to leave, and I called, "I will let you know how your halfpenny has grown by and by. Thank you. God bless you, and good night." Looking at the name and address, I thought to myself, and I mean, I'm not one for crystal gazing or anything along those lines, but a vision to my mind did creep of a crowd of very young children, old cripples, with crutches and sticks, chairs, and on the other hand, a far greater crowd of well-off children, healthy children on their way to school. And then coming by way of the circle, my vision opened up to decide, why couldn't there be a meeting place where these 2 groups of children could come together? And this place would be the bond that binds both the helpers and the helpless. And before the night was through, I had composed a letter and sent it to every national school in Ireland, asking the teachers if they could let their children know the crux of this idea about the helpers and the helpless, and ask them if they would mind giving just 1 halfpenny to the cause. And the response we had was tremendous.
And children have given thousands of pounds ever since.
That they have, Mary, that they have. You know, it reminds me of a few lines from the children's hymn. How did it go? Little drops of water, little grains of sand. So, William, on to my second story. A couple of evenings after this young girl had visited, I had another visit. This time it was from a young fellow in Boys Brigade attire, and he looked very smart. He saluted me in the usual Boys Brigade fashion when he was admitted, and promptly went on to tell me his business. As it transpired, the 1st Belfast Battalion BB were having some kind of rehearsal in their large hall. "Could we have some light?" he asked. "Oh, most certainly," said I. And then he asked me why I was working so late, and to which I replied, "Trying to keep a roof over this place." Then he promptly went on to ask,
Is it in danger?
and I replied, "It is indeed. Yes, there's a big stone of debt, almost £10,000 of debt." And then what did he say, Miss McClatchley?
Oh, he said, did you ask the Belfast Boys Brigade for help?
That's what he said. He said, "You should speak to Captain McVicker."
Get those boys to help you.
Oh, and before that night was through, I had written then to the 1st Belfast Battalion, asking them if they would mind doing a door-to-door money collection, which they did. And I'll never forget, on the first presentation ceremony, 2 little chaps in their Boys Brigade attire came up and presented us with a purse. And in this purse was almost £400.
It's been an annual event ever since, Archie. And those children have done their job nobly.
Oh, indeed they have, nobly. That's right. Oh, them boys' kindness has done leaps for us. And long may it continue. You know, with any luck, their kindness will continue for many years to come.
Maybe even 100 years.
Oh, steady on, Mary. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? But no, in seriousness, this rolling away of the stone of debt has been such a relief off our shoulders. And it has really opened things up and given a new spirit of hope to our work. Going forward, I hope it really will continue into all our endeavors in the future. And so, Mary, how shall we conclude this letter?
Oh, Archie, let's finish with the poem.
Ah, the anonymous poem.
Yes, the one that the lady found in the family Bible and gave to us.
Miss McClatchley, I could think of no better and fitting an end than that poem. Now, let me see. How did it go?
O fathomless mercy, O infinite grace,
with humble thanksgiving, the road I retrace.
Thou hast never failed me, my strength and my stay.
To whom shall I turn for the rest of the way?
Through dangers, through darkness, by day and by night.
Thou ever hast guided, and guided aright.
In thee have I trusted and peacefully lay.
My hand in thy hand for the rest of the way.
Thank you so much. Once again to the Bright Umbrella Drama Company, Glenn and Christine, who have transported us right back in time. And the thing was, they were joking there, like 100 years? No way. 106 years the BB collections have been going on for.